Died by Emily Murdock. And I'm a mom who cries, so ignore that and just listen, okay? I'm a little proud of this. I'm Louise Rowe. I was there the day the music died. A year ago, I watched a man kill a legend. It was December 18, 1980. It was chilly and calm, and nothing seemed wrong in the world. Then a man shot John Lennon. It was my 13th birthday, and I was so thrilled. I was given $10 to get anything I want. I went straight to the record store to get my own Abbey Road album. As I was coming out of the store, a small flurry of snow danced in the air. All was peaceful. Children were happy, and families were snuggling up next to the fireplace. I walked along the sidewalk at the corner, and there stood a street light. I stepped onto the bottom of the post and walked around the light for a moment. Soon my eyes fixed on a man and a woman that walked with linked arms toward an Upper West Side apartment. I soon began to realize it was the one and only John Lennon and his wife, Yoko Ono. They were so happy. The smiles on their faces gave me so much joy. It gave me warmth in the cold weather. I stood there with my arms wrapped around the lamppost, admiring them as they walked along the sidewalk. Then I realized that I wasn't the only one watching them. A man who looked at least in his mid-30s stood in the opening of the alleyway. He was just standing there, mumbling to himself. I thought he must be adoring the legend too. His hand was fidgeting by his side, almost like a nervous gunslinger. I watched him as he took deep breaths, talked in whispers, and never let his eyes move from John Lennon. I couldn't understand what was happening. John Lennon was just contentedly walking home with his wife. Everything stopped for a second. This simple and peaceful time recklessly collapsed all around me. The man shoved his hand into his pocket and pulled out a gun. His hand didn't shake anymore. He clearly wasn't nervous or afraid. He lifted the gun to his target, the man who sung of peace and happiness. He instantly killed John Lennon. Second page, must enlarge. Why would he kill him? It didn't make any sense. He was just on his way home with his wife. Why would anyone want to kill anyone? What had possessed that man to shoot Lennon? All he wanted was peace and no war. He sung about the uniting of countries to make one big land. He sung about uniting people and not having any sort of separation. He sung about equality. He wanted love between all of us. What is so wrong with that? I had just witnessed this man kill a legendary musician. All I saw was his smiling face go blank and his body fall to the ground. I could see his wife crying immensely and screaming for help and looking around for some sort of answer. Everything stopped. Everything was crashing all around me. His famous song, Imagine, was playing through my head, but it all stopped. His words rang out, nothing to kill or die for. So why was this man killing him? Why did John Lennon die? Policemen ran down the street and grabbed the man still holding the gun where Lennon's body stood. After a few moments of complete silence, the man spoke. Yep, I shot John Lennon. I felt a pain in my stomach and tears welling up in my eyes. There would be no more songs from him now. There would be no more Beatles reunion. My heart shattered into a million pieces. How could anyone do this to someone? I walked over the whole crime scene taking place. I walked under police tape and right up to the man who assassinated John Lennon and asked him, why? He said, we all are a part of something big. With a heavy, unsatisfied heart, I turned away from him and went home. I sat in my room and played every record of the Beatles I had. A year ago, I was there. I didn't understand a thing, but I was there. I saw John Lennon walk happily up the steps to his apartment with his arms linked with his wife, Yoko Ono. I saw a man in the alley talk to himself, timing the killing of John Lennon. I saw the gun, and I saw Lennon's lifeless body being wept upon by emotionally broken down Yoko Ono. I saw it all while I was wrapped around a street light. But the question still lingers in my restless mind every day. Why?